Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe this channel. Yesterday morning I posted a video using my digital screen and explained about secularism and how the secularism word implicitly written in the Constitution of India implicitly meant within the framework of Constitution of India that I have explained in yesterday's morning video. This video I would like to speak on socialism and as well as few allegations on Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and the non-secular groups keep quoting Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to make India a non-secular. In fact, it is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar who has written the Constitution of India from Article 14 to Article 30, the fundamental rights, which itself implicitly meant that this is a secular and socialist country. Yet the debate is on words secularism and socialism adding to the preamble. That is the debate here. Even though the Constitution in its own framework means secular and as well as socialist. Is really Dr. B.R. Ambedkar opposed secularism and socialism to add in the preamble? If we go back to the Constituent Assembly, it is fundamental fact that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has opposed. Instead of saying opposed, he said not required to add socialist and secular in the preamble. He has given two reasons. For secular, he said, already all the fundamental rights, Article 14 to Article 30, all the fundamental rights within the Constitution, from Article 14 to Article 30, it meant secularism. We need not to mention again secularism in the preamble. That is one opinion Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has said. But in case of socialism, Ambedkar said, let us leave it to the democracy. Let us not lock the country as a socialist country. Let us leave it to the democracy in the days ahead. That's what Ambedkar said. Why Ambedkar said, let us leave it to the democracy? The democracy, when the voters become strong, when the voters become matured, educated, upgrade themselves to that position where the Indian voters are intelligent voters, that time they can shift their policy. So why should we lock the country with the socialism? So let us leave it to the democracy. That's what he said, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And another thing is that most of the people, they're using the statement of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar that I shall be the first person to burn the Constitution, burn it out, without mentioning the context. What is the context here? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said, I'll burn the Constitution. It is regarding the formation of Andhra Pradesh. On 2 September 1953, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar making his comments or his submission, the Andhra State Bill, which was tabled in Rajya Sabha, it is to form Andhra Pradesh state separately from Madras state, Tamil Nadu state. After Putti Sri Ramulu, the separate Andhra movement leader, sacrificed his life for the sake of creating Andhra Pradesh. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar spoke in Rajya Sabha. In the combined Madras state, there used to be two places. One is Tamilian area and the other is Andhra Pradesh area. Both combined states in 1950 before formation of Andhra Pradesh. See, the Tamil area consists of majority of SC, ST, BCs, Dravidian philosophy, anti-Brahmanic ideology, a severe anti-Brahmanical ideology is spreading in Tamil area, whereas in Andhra Pradesh area, the domination of upper communities, Brahmins, Kamma, Reddy, and there is domination of upper communities in Andhra area. The people like Putti Sri Ramulu or few upper community leaders, they demanded for separate Andhra Pradesh because they are humiliating, Tamilians are humiliating Brahmins, Tamilians are humiliating Kamma, Reddys and the upper communities with the Dravidian ideology. When Dr. B.R. Ambedkar supported Dravidian ideology, and he supported philosophies of Periyar, like people like Periyar, Ambedkar was thinking in the line of Tamil Nadu. That's the reason Andhra Pradesh people hates Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, because the dominant community in Andhra area and SC, ST, BCs are more in Tamil Nadu area. During that time when they asked for separate state, the few people told to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar that if you split the state, the Dalits and minorities will suffer in Andhra Pradesh comparatively with Tamil Nadu, because the casteism is more prevalent in the Andhra area comparatively with Tamil Nadu. So that's why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has proposed in the Rajya Sabha that during Andhra State Bill said the security of minorities, Dalits, SC, ST, BCs and lower communities and smaller, he never called lower community, he used to call smaller communities and smaller communities. The security of smaller communities, minorities, Dalits, SC, ST, BCs should be given to the governor. The governor should handle the security, protection of the smaller communities. He proposed that in the Rajya Sabha. The leaders has opposed the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's proposal. He said, governor has to act only based on the suggestions given by the Council of Ministers. The governor doesn't have right to take control of the Home Ministry. That's why in that context, Ambedkar said, my friends is to tell me that I am the creator of the Constitution, and indirectly says that you people are saying that I only have written the Constitution. So if my Constitution is a hurdle to safeguard, to save the smaller communities like SC, ST, BC, minorities, I am the first person to burn the Constitution. That's what he said. This is the context. Out of context, we should not quote Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's comments. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar made that comment to safeguard the smaller communities like SC, ST, BC, minorities. But you are using the same sentence that Ambedkar said, I'll burn the Constitution, to suppress and to harass the minorities, SC, ST, BCs. This is not correct. It is the context of Ambedkar what he said. Now coming to the socialism, why the socialism was added to the preamble. Again the same question. Before understanding what is socialism, we need to understand the difference between socialism, communism and capitalism. See, the socialism is a system where the government will own the properties, companies, resources, everything will be in the hands of the government, and it is responsibility of the government to safeguard the poor, create the jobs, take measures to control the poverty, and everything is the responsibility of the government to mobilize the resources, all the businesses, industries, and the major resources should be in the hands of the government. That is socialism. Because of this socialism only, the reservations were very strong. Government used to own the largest industries. These are all the government institutions. SC, ST, BCs using the reservation system, they got the government jobs, they are settled in their life, they settle their children. Because of the socialism, because of this reservation system, all these marginalized societies, they became stronger and they're slowly becoming equal to the upper communities. That's why the same conflict has arisen in 1976. Indira Gandhi wants to tell strongly and firmly to the India that this is a secular country and a socialist country. All are equal in India, so we are adding the secular in the preamble. This is a socialist country. Creating jobs is government responsibility. Creating educational institutions, hospitals is government responsibility. Poverty alleviation is government responsibility. Government cannot escape to cater the needs of the poor and needy. Slogans like Garibi Hatao, a few welfare schemes, everything was introduced. She added socialism in the preamble. That's an approach to save SC, ST, BCs, poor and needy. But the other version is the capitalist society. Capitalist society is where private institutions will own all the resources and the government will take only tax from the private institutions. See, if all the resources are in the private institutions will not go with the reservation system. They only go with the reference system. Private institutions will not go with the reservation, they go with the reference system. When it comes to a reference system, there will be a caste reference, there is a religion reference. Somebody may say that he belongs to our caste, so give him a job. Somebody may say that he is our Muslim, give him, if he is a Hindu, give him a job. If he is a Christian, give him a job. Reference system. That's what happens in private institutions. In addition to talent, the question comes that when two talented people are there, whom to give job? The next criteria comes either caste or a religion. But it's not there in the socialism. The government reservation system will work. but in private it will not work. That's why people are opposing socialism and secularism. The other one is there's something called communism. Communism is different, where socialism tells that the government should own all the resources and then safeguard the people, where capitalism talks about everything should be in the capitalist. Private institutions should own all the resources and pay tax to the government. But whereas communism says that it belongs to the people, people should own these properties and all. Third argument which communist people are doing it. In point of people welfare, communism may be somewhat okay. When we talk about socialism is somewhat okay, but the capitalism is most dangerous to the countries like India, where there are lots of differences, financial differences, where 1% of rich people are contributing 30% of GDP, 55% of poor people are contributing 25% of GDP. See, where is the difference? That means the wealth which is in the hands of one person more than the wealth which is in the hands of 55%. This is such a huge difference between rich and poor. See, the capitalism works in countries like America, where there is no much differences between poor and rich. There is no casteism, there is no referential system, and everything somewhat a capitalist country. Capitalism works in America, capitalism works in UK, capitalism works in Germany, but this same capitalism may not work in India. In India, we have problems with casteism, we have problem with the discrimination, huge population. Leaders like Chandrababu Naidu, they are proposing still give birth to more children. These are all is going to be biggest problem in the days ahead. If one side you are going for the capitalism, another side you are asking people to give birth, and it leads to the deeper poverty in the days ahead. If the government escapes the welfare of the poor, this will lead to a deeper problem, and again we'll go back to 1,000 years. Untouchability, poverty, SC/ST basis, and everything will be revised if we turn to capitalism, because capitalism doesn't work countries like India. That's what I feel. Thank you. Namaskar. So in this context, we have to support whatever Indira Gandhi has done. She has done good. That telling to the India that this is secular country, no more argument, and telling to the India that this is socialist country. It is a responsibility of the government to take care of poor, to take care of SC/ST BCs, and take care of the marginalized society. Owning for that we need money to cater the poor. The government needs resources, so the government should have the companies in their hand. Banks, BHEL, steel plants, electrical companies, the major industries are in the hands of the government during that time. Now everything was privatized and went to the private parties. And slowly government also will say that education, health, employment is not the responsibility of the government. You have to earn yourself. They will leave to the people. And somewhat some people say that before giving jobs, they ask which caste you belong to. And this will lead to another problem in India. Thank you. Namaskar.